today, as Tracy says, with that shock Liberal Democrat win in the North Shropshire by-election. It came in a seat that has been held by the Tories for all but a handful of years since the creation of it back in 1832. Now, back then, Earl Grey was the Prime Minister, not just a cup of tea. William IV was King and Charles Darwin was setting sail for South America in the Beagle. Our Shropshire political reporter, Joanne Gallagher, looks back at what was truly a historic result.
3, 2, 1.
The message of the morning after the night before publicity stunt was clear. A near 23,000 Tory majority vanished in an astonishing 34% swing to the Liberal Democrats.
Morgan, Helen Margaret Lillian, Liberal Democrats, 17,957.
The victor delivered a blunt message to the Prime Minister.
Tonight, the people of North Shropshire have spoken on behalf of the British people. They've said loudly and clearly, Boris Johnson, the party is over. Your government, run on lies and bluster, will be held accountable. It will be scrutinised, it will be challenged, and it can and will be defeated.
Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey visited the constituency no less than 5 times during the campaign. The win was the ideal pick-me-up as he recovers from COVID.
I think this is a watershed moment in British politics. I'm so delighted for Helen Morgan, our new Liberal Democrat MP for North Shropshire, but I'm so proud of our party and our campaigners, and I think we brought new hope to the whole nation, who've been so worried and fed up with Boris Johnson.
The Conservatives' huge majority evaporated in a campaign dominated by allegations of sleaze against former MP Owen Paterson, potentially illegal Christmas parties in Downing Street, and pressure on the local NHS. The PM said he accepted the voters' verdict.
Clearly, the vote in North Shropshire is a very disappointing result, and I totally understand people's frustrations. I hear what the voters are saying in North Shropshire, and in all humility, I've got to accept that verdict.
It's been described as a political earthquake. The question now is, why did so many voters decide to burst Boris's bubble in a rock-solid Brexit-voting, true blue Tory shire?
Personally, I'm sick of the sleaze and the corruption, and I think many people share my opinion on that.
The Conservatives needed a bit of a shake-up, and they've had a bit of a shake-up. The people have spoken.
We are living in difficult times now with the pandemic and that sort of thing, and the Conservatives, even though they've made blunders, they've had a lot to contend with.
The win gives the Lib Dems the Christmas present they fought hard for, and their first MP in the Midlands for 6 years. The seismic effect of the result will be closely analysed now, way beyond the boundaries of this borderland constituency.
That was Joanne Gallagher reporting there, and you've just seen her in Joe's report. I'm pleased to say that the winning Liberal Democrat candidate, Helen Morgan, joins us now from Oswestry. Good morning, Helen.
Good morning.
Right, so we heard there in Joe's report, you know, the amount of kind of anger with the government over some of the revelations that we've had over the last few weeks. Does it fundamentally come down to the fact that people were just very angry with the Conservative government and therefore they alighted upon you as a way to send a message?
Well, I think there's a lot of anger, but I don't think it was just about the revelations about the party that came out late in the campaign. We identified when we ran our local election campaign in May that there were a lot of people who were ready to switch to us because they felt as if, you know, a vote for the Conservatives was just a vote for the same old, really. And North Shropshire has suffered from a lack of investment, a lack of attention at a national level. And a lot of people were ready to switch their votes to us. And that's why when the by-election came about, you know, we did a full campaign in the seat. We didn't wait for the party revelations to sort of swing the votes over to us. We were pretty confident that people were ready to switch to us before that.
But you didn't pull your punches, did you? I mean, in your victory speech, you did kind of sock it to the Prime Minister.
Well, I think, you know, on the doorsteps, people are clearly very angry, and they're fed up of not just not just, as I say, the party revelations, which obviously came late in the campaign, but of a general sense of sort of empty promises and a lot of hot air and nothing ever really tangibly happening on the ground. So, I've listened to hundreds, if not thousands of people over the course of the campaign, and their message was pretty clear all the way through. We want a politician who's going to deliver to us and listen to us and then deliver what we want. And we're not getting that at the moment from the Conservatives. So, I think it was right to point out very clearly what we've heard on the doorstep. That's our job, is to listen to people and reflect their concerns.
I think it'd be fair to say that the Labour Party didn't really run as high-profile a campaign in North Shropshire. I mean, the Liberals, Liberal Democrats, you poured everything at it. I mean, it was incredible the number of activists you had going door to door in areas where often people don't see political canvassers, they don't get political leaflets. But would it be fair to say that you were very much helped by the fact that Labour ran a slightly quieter campaign there?
Well, I mean, the local Labour Party ran a full-on campaign, and they had shadow cabinet members visiting them in the final week. I think political parties have to manage their resources, and so they focus them where they think they can win. So obviously, we focused our resources in North Shropshire because we were fairly optimistic that we could win here. Labour presumably felt that it was less good territory for them. I think they said that during the course of the campaign, and so they didn't put the resource in there. And that's just a sensible decision, really, isn't it, by the party head offices.
And what do you do now, Helen, to prevent this being, the by-election blip? The fact that people protest against the government, and then next time we have a general election, they go back to voting Conservative the way they always did.
Well, I think people have realised that they want an MP who's going to listen to what they say, listen to what's going wrong, listen to what concerns them, and then try and fight their corner at Westminster. And I think and that's what I've said I will do. And if I can deliver that, that will be quite a fresh and new thing for the area. So I hope that people will continue to put their faith in me. But it's up to me now to work hard and give people a reason to vote for me next time round.
Well, congratulations to you. Karen Bradley, the Conservative MP for Staffordshire Moorlands, was listening to that and rejoins us now on our screens. Karen, do you blame the Prime Minister for this loss?
Well, first of all, can I congratulate Helen as well? Becoming a new MP is always quite a shocking moment in anybody's life. And Helen, you will love it and you'll enjoy every moment of it. And as a fellow West Midlands MP, I'm sure we'll work together on shared campaigns. I think what I heard from the Vox Pop that you did was the comments that reflect what's in my inbox and what I hear when I'm going around my constituency. People want to see the government delivering. They want to see the government getting on with the job of being government. And I think we probably have too many unforced errors. We've had too many issues on which the party seems, or the government seems to be out of touch with what's happening on the ground, and too many stunts.
So, fundamentally, though, the buck stops with the Prime Minister, doesn't it? I mean,
he said that himself on Friday. He said he was responsible for it, but I hope that he will now reflect, take stock and get on with delivering. The people of the Staffordshire Moorlands, like the people of North Shropshire, want to see the government delivering on those promises that were made in the 2019 election. And that's what I want to see. And let's have more good delivery, low profile, getting on with the job of government rather than high profile stunts and campaigns that create division where none needs to be.